Hello, everybody. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I am Orlando Ruiz Jr. Welcome to another classic movie review. Now, when it comes to movies, there's all kinds of genres. One of my personal favorite genres, the thriller. I enjoy a good thriller, especially when they're well made. And right now, I want to talk about a movie that came out in 1979. Happens to be one of my personal favorite thrillers from director James Bridges. I am talking about a film called The China Syndrome. This movie stars Jane Fonda. You also have Jack Lemmon and Michael Douglas. A couple years after he finished his last season of The Streets of San Francisco. The film begins with a small Southern California news crew paying a visit to a power plant outside of Los Angeles known as the Ventana Nuclear Power Plant. You have Jack Lemmon as Jack Goodell, a supervisor at the plant, and he's working in the control room. And above, you have Michael Douglas as a cameraman, Richard, and Jane Fonda's character, who is the reporter, Kimberly Wells. Also with them is their sound man, Hector. And while they're getting the tour by Michael J. Fox's dad from Teen Wolf, actor James Hampton as Bill, who's this real company man. Bill is giving them the tour, and they're watching into the control room, watching everybody through glass, when all of a sudden there's a tremor. Everybody notices it, everybody feels it. There is a gauge that shows that the water level is getting really high to a dangerous point, and so everybody in the room looks like they're about to shit a brick for a moment. Everybody looks really scared, and Jane Fonda's character, Kimberly Wells, and her cameraman, Richard, and Hector, all three of them are standing there watching with Michael J. Fox's dad from Teen Wolf, and they're just watching this take place below them as Richard is kind of filming everything on the down low since, he's still a news guy, he's still a cameraman, so, he's still on the job even though he doesn't have permission to do that. Also, I forgot to mention working in the control room with Jack Goodell, Jack Lemmon's character playing his coworker and good buddy, you have Ted Spindler, played by the great, the legendary Wilford Brimley, who many movie fans know from classics like Cocoon or The Thing or Hard Target or other things. When the head of the news station tells Kimberly and Richard that they're not going to go with their story or even use any of the footage that Richard took at the plant, of course, Richard gets really mad and he decides to just steal the footage and take it to experts that can give an opinion on what really happened there that day. Kimberly just has a little bit of a chat with Jack Adele, in where he kind of just talks about how it was a stuck valve, and everything is usually checked and overchecked, and they have a whole procedure and nobody needs to worry and everybody's going to be okay and blah blah blah. But you can tell the whole time on Jack Lemon's face, you can tell there is a worry there. Not very long after finding out the truth, Goodell's life is in jeopardy, as is anybody trying to talk to him and get to the information that he has, like Kimberly or Richard or even Hector. In the role of the villain of the film, you have actor Richard Hurd as McCormick, the boss at the Ventana nuclear power plant, who will resort to anything, including murder and conspiracy and lying and doing anything he can to keep the truth about his unsafe power plant from getting out. Whenever I see this guy in anything, whether it's in this or another movie or in a TV show, like on Seinfeld, he plays George's boss when George works with the Yankees, Mr. Wilhelm, I believe. Yeah, I always get him confused for Carl Malden, the Streets of San Francisco co-star. He is just so identical that nose. I swear sometimes I'm looking at Carl Malden when I'm looking at this guy. When it comes to the plot of the film, I don't want to give any more away because this is such a great first time watch. It's best to go in as cold as possible. I just wanted to give you guys the setup for those that haven't seen this, and this is really eerie. For the most part, throughout the movie, if you'll notice closely, you won't hear any music, and that's what really kind of helps this movie to be so damn intense. And by the end of it, I don't even think you notice it until it's over. You realize, holy crap, you didn't hear I didn't hear any music throughout that entire movie because of the brilliant choice to have virtually no music score throughout the film. At times, it carries on a sort of documentary like feel that not only adds to the realism but also to the fear factor while watching this, because you can watch this and very easily think that this kind of thing probably happened in the past or maybe could really happen. And what's crazy is that when this was coming out, the nuclear power plant community was all trying to protest this movie, saying how this was, all just kind of vilifying them and stuff. And 12 days after the release of this film, this happened in real life. You guys can look it up for yourselves. The 3 Mile Island accident happened in March 28th, 1979, in Middleton, Pennsylvania. Partial meltdown. They tried to say that it was a malfunctioning pressure valve, and later on, after an investigation, they tried to say that there were no harmful side effects done to people. The title of the film, The China Syndrome, when you learn what that means, just thinking about it is scary in and of itself. It refers to an official term used to describe the worst case scenario of a nuclear meltdown. Basically, if the reactor fuel was melting, it could go through whatever was containing it and right into the earth and all the way down from us to China. That is scary as hell to think about. With a high concept like this, you have great drama and great suspense. You got brilliant direction from director James Bridges, excellent performances from Michael Douglas, Jane Fonda. Jack Lemmon completely knocks it out of the park. He is outstanding in this movie. This is a four-star classic. In my opinion, this is one of the great films of the 70s. And yeah, check this out. It is a terrific thriller. If you enjoy a good suspenseful time, movie that's thought provoking and still gives you chills and all that. I know you can find this movie on streaming, but I'm a hard copy guy. I got my copy here, and yeah, got the DVD of this classic. The 70s were a great time for thrillers, and yeah, this is one of the best of the decade. And yeah, awesome trio of actors there in a terrific suspense drama. The China Syndrome, one of my favorite 70s thrillers. Check it out. It is freaking fantastic. Thank you guys very much for watching this classic movie review. It's always appreciated. If you're into the classics, if you're into movies, if you're into this kind of thing, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications for more reviews from me coming out very soon. If you are a returning viewer, I thank you for your views and your support. It is much appreciated. Please don't forget to comment, share, like. It always helps. And I'll see you guys in the next classic movie review. Everybody take care of each other. Till next time, peace out. God bless.